What's up, Keens? Michael A. Blunt here, executive mindset mentor and founder of the Billionaire Mindset Collective. Today, I'm reacting to Shannon Sharpe's being fired from ESPN in a $50 million lawsuit and breaking it down through the lens of elite performance, deep identity transformation, and strategic psychological reprogramming. If you're serious about leveling up your identity, 10xing your wealth and your inner world, this one's for you. Let's dive in.
Okay, here we go.
LeBron is the first head on the left on Mount Rushmore. The first one. Yeah.
The blasphemy coming out of your mouth.
ET can confirm Shannon Sharpe out at ESPN. Less than 2 weeks after settling a $50 million lawsuit with an ex who accused him of rape.
I know my family and fans know exactly.
He settled? He must be guilty about something, but I've got my thoughts on that. I'm gonna just let it play for a little bit and see what else he has to say.
What this is about.
Sharpe hadn't appeared on the network since the suit was filed more than 3 months ago and planned to return for the start of the NFL preseason. He was less than a year into a new multi-year deal. ESPN has declined to comment. ET has also reached out to Sharpe's legal team. In the 13-page complaint obtained by ET in April, Sharpe's ex-girlfriend claimed she was raped by the Hall of Fame tight end several times at the end of last year and the beginning of 2025. She also said he threatened to kill her, beat her up, and recorded sexual encounters without her consent.
My career is all about real talk and honesty. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
In the end,
this was definitely a shakedown, but he should have been smart enough to know that. So
accuser's attorney says, quote, both sides acknowledged a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. A resolution was reached after respectful negotiations. The terms of the settlement haven't been disclosed.
I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies.
He did say that. Williams did
this
say
comes amid reports that the Club Shay Shay host may be negotiating a substantial deal for his media empire, expected to exceed $100 million.
Listen, I don't need to see any more of this in order to have my opinion. So here are my thoughts on this. Shannon Sharpe settled for $50 million. Time and time again, the thing that I always tell my community is that the worst thing that you can be as a financially successful man is sexually undisciplined. And the way that I like to think about it is, of course, success gives you options, but without control, those options become weapons. So if your network goes up and your self-worth stays the same, or if your self-worth decreases as your network goes up, then you no longer are a high value man, you're a high value risk. And these companies, these brands, these sponsorships, these deals, they don't like liabilities. And that's what happened in this situation. Shannon Sharpe was, or is, a liability. The same energy that is used to build this empire can be burned down if that energy is not directed in the right way. I'm not saying don't go out and have fun and don't sow your royal oats. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is success gives you options, and with that options, you continue to expand. But with those options, you have to have certain standards and certain boundaries. And this is what I mean. Shannon Sharpe could have easily created an NDA. This is something that I've heard Leonardo DiCaprio do. This is something that I heard Justin Bieber does. This is something that I heard Usher does. This is probably something that Diddy should have done. But this could have been the first barrier to entry of really protecting yourself and really protecting your wealth and really protecting your financial foundation. Another thing that he could have done is increase his standards. From what I hear, this young lady is very young. She's on OnlyFans. She doesn't have too much going for herself. And I'm not knocking anybody who's on OnlyFans, but I'm saying she doesn't have as much going on for herself as Shannon Sharpe does for himself. So he should be meeting women at his own level. If not his own level financially, someone who has something to lose as well. The right amount of credentials to lose. If this is a big corporate job, if this is their family, or if it's a situation where they really don't want their names out there and they don't want to be exposed because they already have the resources that they need for themselves, so they don't need Shannon Sharpe. One of the things that Shannon Sharpe has done is he's put himself in a situation with these women that need him, that want something from him. So he's always going to be fresh bait for them. And Shannon Sharpe not being used to this much attention, even though he is a Hall of Famer, his brother's a Hall of Famer, he's been in the NFL for many years, he didn't get this much exposure in the NFL as he is getting now. And so now he's getting exposure from all these different places, and he doesn't really know what to do with it. So elite men don't just protect their money, they protect the frequency that created it. They protect the identity, they protect the self-worth, they protect the mastery, they protect the foundation. It's not about being perfect, it's about being precise with your energy. And, all those doors start to close when you become a liability. And that doesn't matter how rich you are, which is something that we've seen in this situation. And you'll continue to see high profile men falling because they are sexually undisciplined.
Okay, YouTube, there you have it. My reaction to the $50 million lawsuit, as well as the ESPN removal from Shannon Sharpe. What are your comments? Should he join the Billionaire Mindset Collective or join my executive mindset school in order to shift his identity, one, into increasing his self-worth and his value to match his net worth? Right now, we see there's a huge gap between his net worth and his self-worth, which is why he's making horrible decisions. Or is Shannon Sharpe fine? He'll recover. He's got everything that he needs. He's got the mentality. He's got the identity. And everything that I said was bogus. Let me know what you think below in the comments. And until then, I'll see you in the next reaction.